So now into the second chapter, that is all about the projections of plane. Basically, we had started with single point entity, that is called as the projections of point, where we are having single point which can denoted by mean of A, B, C, whatever it will be. And then after we are having 2 point entity, that is the line, that is the basically straight line, which we can reflected by mean of A, line AB or line PQ or something like that. And see, what I'm telling you, the number of point will decide the geometry, right? That is the two-dimensional plane. Suppose if we are 3 point containing the 3 edges, so with the help of 3 edges, whatever planes are framing, that planes are referred as a triangle. If we are having 4 edges, that is referred as a square. Or if it is not equal side of 4 edges, then referred as a rectangle. If we are having 5 equal size of edges, then that is referred as a pentagon. And finally, if it is a 6 different edges by joining a 6 different points, so that plane or that polygons, planes or polygons both are same. So that type of polygons are referred as a hexagon. Generally, they will ask to find the projection of that kind of planes like front view projection and top view projections. We never talk about the side view projections, so forget about that. But basically, we are interested to find the top view projections and front view projections for that type of polygons. Second, what they will give, what data they will provide to solve this problem. Generally, they will mentioning what type of planes that was. That means key whether it is pentagon or hexagon or something like that. What is the position of that pentagon with respect to horizontal as well as vertical plane? So that information is also available in the problem statement, and then we have to start. Basically, this position can be given in the two different ways, either with respect to surface or either with respect to edges. They will give the reference information. That means, see, if it is a square, so square contain a surface also. That surface can be inclined with respect to horizontal or vertical plane. That is also possible. And second is the related edges, that rectangle or square containing 4 edges. So the location of that 4 edges is also may be provided in the statement. So there are two different ways through which information can be put in the statement. So don't worry about that all. Simply what are the possibilities in which we can put our planes. So there are very simplistic possibilities for the plane. See, if we are having HP and VP, so the first possibility is to put that two-dimensional entity, that is the plane which is parallel to HP. That is the first possibilities, right? To put the plane parallel to HP. The second possibility is we can also put that plane inclined to HP. That means it's have certain angle with respect to horizontal plane. And third possibility is we know that uh, it's also inclined to VP. That means one of its side, let's say one of its edge is inclined to VP. That means if edge is inclined, definitely surface is also inclined. So that is common sense. So these three possibilities we are having in the in the straight line, we are having 5 different possibilities. So in the same way, these are the 3 possibilities in which we can put our plane in the quadrant system. Now this is not only 3 possibilities, but this is also 3 steps, intermediate steps. See, let's talk about the first case where the plane is exactly parallel to HP. Let's consider the rectangle plane. So right now this rectangle plane is exactly parallel to HP. So this is the first case. And in the second case, the rectangle can actually having inclination with HP. We can put in this way, where this surface of this rectangle will exactly perpendicular to VP. At the same time, surface will make certain angle with HP. So this is how it will justify the condition. And the third possibility is like let's say in this condition we assume that this edge is perpendicular to VP, or this bigger edge is parallel to VP. Right now in this rectangular we are having two different types of edges. This is we refer as a bigger or longer edge, this and this. This we refer as a smaller edge and smaller edge. this entire we refer as a surface, right? Right now surface is inclined to HP, but the smaller edge is perpendicular to VP. But if they'll mention that the smaller side or smaller edge is inclined to VP at certain extent, so you can modify that drawing in this way. Right now it is exactly perpendicular smaller edge, so you just rotate this plane in such a way that that smaller edge or this edge will having certain angle with VP. So this is the for the very first case. If you look from this front, definitely from the front this edge is visible because this surface is completely perpendicular to VP. So we are not in the position to visualize the entire surface. Instead of that surface, only this edges are visible. This front edge and rear edge. So basically both are overlap. So when we are make the projection of that lines, definitely it look like this. So it will the this will the front view projection for this case. At the same time, if we look from the top, we can able to visualize the actual shape or true shape of this planes. That means rectangle is completely visualized as it is, and if we project it on the horizontal plane, the end projector can be extended in this way, and definitely we are in the position to see complete rectangle. See, because these four edges are visible at the same time, this surface is also visible from the top. When you look from the top, definitely entire surface is visible. That is called as a top view. Now in this case, for the front view, when we look from the front, still this surface is perpendicular to this VP. That's why we can only see this edges, front edge and rear edge, which is at certain angle, whatever angle given to that with respect to HP. So this is how the front view projection of this case is look like, where the front view projection is at a certain angle with respect to horizontal plane. Now when we look from the top, the four different points is also visible. At the same time, this surface is also visible from the top. So this is how the top view projection is look like. But the observation is what actually main difference between these two is what we are not able to see the true shape. Whatever shape of the top view is actually apparent shape, right? In this case, this is the true shape we are in the position to visualize from the top view. Whatever actual length and depth, that actual length and depth we are in the position to visualize. But here it is apparent length and apparent shape of this rectangular is visualized. So this is how one can construct the front view and top view conceptually. This is how the front view and top view for this case. And in the third case, in the same way, now this plane is not exactly perpendicular to VP. It's having certain inclination with VP. That's why we are in the position to visualize this surface as well as these four different points. So if we look into the front view projections, the plane is look like this. And same way, if we look for the top view projections, the projection plane is looking something like this. So this is roughly conceptually how one can imagine how the projections for these three different cases. But absolutely how the answer should look like, you can start with XY line, and on that XY line, see, you just relate this relate this conceptual drawing into this orthographic projections drawing. See, initially we construct the XY line. Above XY line, we are having the front view projection. Below XY line, we are having the top view projection. So somewhere above XY line, you can construct this front view projections in this way. And based on that front view projections, now see, if you look this, let's say this is A, B, C, D. 4 points we are denoting to this rectangle. So A and B both together projected on this point. So that's why it is referred as A dash, B dash for the front view. C and D both together appeared on this point. So that's why it is referred as C dash, D dash. Now when you look from the top, definitely this A will be projected somewhere over here, A, B, C and D. The important thing is When you extend the end projector from A dash, it will co-linear with A and B. That means simply your top view projection is actually enclosed by mean of end projector of front view. That means you have to extend the line from A dash B dash, and you have to extend the line from D dash C dash. So by extending, you can start from any point, like, because we are not having that information how much it will in front of xy. So you can start like from here or here, from or here, that point A. So let's mark that point A. Now where exactly that point B will be, it is depending what is the size of the smaller edges, because from the top view the true length of the smaller edges is visible. So based on that you can locate the B point. Now after constructing AB, definitely this BC will be exactly perpendicular to this AB. In that way, you just simply construct the actual shape of rectangle given data given in the problem. So this is length and width is provided in the statement. So based on that, you can construct the top view projections for this case. Now, for the second case, when we look for the second case, the front view is actually at a inclination, whatever inclination they will provide. So you just construct a line which is at a angle, certain angle provided in the statement. So this is how your front views look like. And for the top view, obviously you just take the help of end projector of A dash, B dash, and end projector of D dash and C dash. Based on that, you can able to construct this A, B, C, D. And third, here we are having the front view, which will appear something like that, which will have some shape, and top view, which will also having some, it's not simple a line, but it's also having some shape. So based on that, we can construct the front view and top view projections likewise. Now the problem is how to reach, how to draw this type of solution, how to draw this type of solution. So that we will learn in the next session when we will discuss about by considering actual problem, and then step by step I will demonstrate you how to solve this type of problem. But this is the common methodology followed in all types of projections of plane. Either it is, if it is a rectangle, then this is the case of rectangle. If it is a square, then simply the shape will change. Instead of rectangle, it is a square. If it is a circle, then instead of this rectangle, you have to consider this circle. That is what the difference is. Otherwise, this method is very much similar for all types of problem.